and your help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was generally I try not to meditate at this time of night because I get up at 4:30, so usually it's just the hindrance of sleepiness arising. But I I'm not sure if I did doze off at the end because suddenly it was over, but it was, it was just the guiding was generally what I practice, the first foundation, just the mindfulness of body. With the breathing, I enjoyed, taking the deep breaths. That was good because that's not something I usually do, hold the breath and then let it out. So that helped me to relax the body. And then taking the tension from the front to the back, that was something new for me. So that sparked interest, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was good. And then just being with the breath in and out, but then the guidance was sort of, I think, to take it a little differently. And so I had the sensation of the breath through the skin more, so rather than just the rise and fall of the chest, which is what I usually notice, it was almost like the sensation of breathing through the chest. So that was a different experience from what I normally have. And then that was all. So yes,
Yeah.
they're very calming, and awareness of thoughts arise and letting them go, but not they weren't how should I say, they were light thoughts, not a proliferation of thoughts, just a few, like a bit yeah, nothing too major. So
Very good.
I appreciated the analogy that the tadpole and the frog. I enjoyed hearing that. I could relate to that, because we only know what we know because we're in the environment, in our environment, and that's what we know. So that's how we think the rest of the world is. It's just like when you deal with different cultures, it's not that we're right, they're wrong, or they're right and we're wrong. It's what you're used to. So if you're used to being a tadpole in the water, then that's what life is.
Yeah. And that is the real obstacle for actual awakening. So, and then I was really impressed that your experience, you explain it nicely. And then when you said about that really breathe in, breathe out is from your skin rather than the chest, which is the exact experience I was expecting.
Oh, excellent.
So definitely that was really encouraging me that really the guidance need to be, yeah, because if you I don't know whether you how much you studied the Buddhism and then Buddha's teaching, but in Buddha's teaching there is one sutra called Anapanasati Sutra, which is actually talking about breathing and breathe out, but actually it is a deeper level, not like, what we normally generally practice everywhere, even in East and even West, because most of the people use that as a tool to calm down your mind. But the Buddha's teaching on that particular sutra is much more than that. The more than that, actually, the fourth, and he has about 16 steps on that particular gradual development of your mind. So in that fourth steps in that breathing the meditation is about that what you just explained. It's about breathing in and breathing out through your body, not just for the chest. So once you breathe in, breathe out, you feel that when you get that conditions and you really recognize that condition, what will happen is it automatically you go over, go beyond your body. And then you will feel that really, okay, there is some condition out there which you really cling to without knowing, because that's our nature. We actually
Mhm.
cling to the kind of a condition that we can't, or even mind can't see it. Mind think that really, oh, it's a uh, different thing, because actually the Buddha separate this mind as a totally different faculty in us. But our awareness is the actual our true nature. So what is actually this process is to get away from that mind faculty and dwell in that awareness. And it doesn't mean that really you get rid of mind. Mind is there, but you can use that mind as a tool rather than just being a victim of that mind. Because usually the people are victim of their own mind, because they are inside that mind, like, tadpole in the water. So they can't understand there is a freedom out there. That freedom, they can't get it because of that. You are still struggling inside that mind created bubble. So you have to get out. So that for that, you can think, you can contemplate, you can discuss about it, but still it won't do any, transformation. But what you can do is just to relax, like what we did today, calm down, and then you actually, I was really happy that you were on one step ahead, feeling that skin, your whole body is breathing and breathing out. And then later on, what will happen is you will, but I don't want to go to too much detail because you will create a concept on it. So I don't want to get that there. But actually, what will happen is you will see something different happening into you, in the sense that really you will see that breathing and breathe out through your body, but finally you will don't feel your body, but you see only that vibration of in and out vibration. That is a condition actually what we have, which is very core of us. But if you watch that further, you could see that really those kind of conditions just uh, uh, receding, so leaving from you. And actually you can see that really every condition that you are connected to is just passing away, kind of a step by step it's passing away. And then finally at the very end you will see that, oh, there is nothing more to pass away, nothing more to drop, nothing more to withdraw from. That is where you see that uh, true self or true happiness, because in there you don't have any agitation, you don't have any worries, because you see that really there is nothing called even birth and death, because it is kind of a direct line, and which is our true nature, very true nature. We get to there, we can't think and we can't. We might conceptualize. Then I was just explaining it with words, but you need to experience it firsthand. That's the right. That's the most effective way of getting there, and then getting the right benefit of meditation. Because
Well, you're referring to just the different levels, the jhana.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's in a different. I would yeah, sometimes when that word is being used, people conceptualize some different kind of supernatural powers and supernatural way of doing things and all that. But it is not exactly what it means. It means it's actually your awareness is uh, refining, and you are going further, deeper level of awareness. And
Yeah.
so that so usually in the on the scriptures and most of the other traditions also, they do have four different dhyanas and four different samadhis, and they call it. But in my book, I just condense into three because I could see that really if we can relate to current experience people are enjoying so far with the meditation, because focusing on one thing like breathing. And then with that, what we do is actually we elevate our awareness to a level that really we could see a lot of things with pure attention. So that is why I categorize that as one level that really most of the people around here, I was really impressed to see that even Western world, so many people are really benefiting from meditation. And then even this big companies, they are really recommending for those meditation practices for their CEOs and the top level managers and all that. That because of there is a benefit. That benefit is there, of course. But in the same time, that some people really talk about they are very blissful and happy when we meditate. That's the second layer. But the third layer is, of course, that really even those happiness is kind of a concept. And then even that satisfaction is kind of a concept. So we go beyond that conceptual thing. We will experience it. When you experience that, the true nature, that phenomena of actually what we are actually away from all the concept. And it is the true happiness. And then you can, face to anything in the world without shaking in your heart or anywhere. Like, the Buddha has given an example, like the people who has that, blissfulness and then higher awareness, they actually can recognize things like, they are getting angry. So that emotions comes through and then they can recognize it's coming through and they can just stop it. And then they just, they can manage it. So that's a good thing. That's a second layer that really, and he has given an example like it's like on the beach or the on the beach, on the sand you can just draw a line, and when you draw the line, but you see there is a line drawn there, you can go and just wipe it off. Similarly, like when your anger comes through you see that, oh, anger is coming, and then you can just settle it down because you have the right level of awareness to do that. But if you go beyond that level, there is no um, emotions or any anger or anything coming through you. The analogy he has given was you can't draw a line on the water. On water, you can't draw a line. Similarly, you will not feel any kind of you can interact with people. You just respond to them, but you are not reacting to them. That's the part of all that's what I mentioned on the book actually as a three level. But that's what I'm trying to deliver that give that experience by these workshops on the upcoming workshops.